and welcome to the MotoGP Italian Grand Prix here at Mugello. It is a very sombre mood here today. Yesterday, at the end of the Moto 3 first part of qualifying, the charming 19-year-old Swiss rider Jason Pasquiere was involved in a very heavy accident with Suzuki and Alcoba. What happened was, coming out of the Acquaviata 2 corner downhill to Scarpero, it's blind, it's over the top of a crest, you're flat out as well. Unfortunately, Jason had a high side moment, and when he hit the floor of the track as well, he was struck on the head by oncoming riders. The session was immediately red flagged. The medics attended him for some 45 minutes trackside. They stabilised him. They took him via the medical helicopter to the Florence hospital, which is 45 minutes away from this circuit, to which overnight they were producing CT scans and discussing what to go further in order to administer life-saving treatment. At the beginning of the Moto3 race, there was hope that the charming Swiss rider would recover and be back in the MotoGP paddock as soon as possible. However, at the end of the Moto3 race, shortly before the start of the Moto2, when we were filming some segments as well in between the two races, we got the news that Jason Pasquiere had sadly passed away in hospital, succumbing to the injuries he received yesterday. It has shocked the entire motorsport community, and no more than the Moto3 paddock as well, to which he has had a promising 2 seasons in the junior class and was constantly scoring points this year as well. In commentary in the junior classes, I've been saying that he's an upcoming star. Sadly, that star will never shine as bright as it should have done, and it is tragic for everybody that such a charming, brilliantly talented rider has gone too soon. Our thoughts and prayers are with his friends, his family, and his colleagues at the team as well. We must, however, race on, not because we want to, because after something like this, nobody wants to race. We must race on because it is the duty. There is spectators all around the world watching. It's not as easy to cancel a race. The riders in the Moto2 class went out and sadly didn't know, which I thought was best. But now we're going to see the MotoGP riders head out shortly, and they will know. They already do, that Jason has passed away. So we're going to see a very strange race this afternoon. It's going to be very sombre. We'll try and bring you the exciting parts as well. But the main key focus here is that we will race this afternoon in honour of Jason Pasquiere. Our thoughts and prayers are with his friends and family. And now we have to go on, and we are coming up to the start of the race. Megan Burch is about to join me in the commentary box as well. However, we must go back and take a look only, though, at the combined practice times, and then we'll come back up to the commentary box and I'll talk you through the grid as well. A reminder that this segment was filmed during the gap between Moto3 and Moto2, and exactly when I received the news, as did the entire world. So, warning for that. Here's what happened in the combined practice times. So let's start off then with the combined times just alongside me here, but talk about what happened in first practice as well here at Mugello. It was Maverick Vinales who managed to top the timesheets as well. He was 1:46.593 was the best time as well. He led ahead of Johan Zarco as well, which was great to see early on as well. Johan Mir and Franco Morbidelli completed the top 5, but a little bit off. We haven't raced it, of course, since 2019, so everyone's just getting used to the track again as well. But it was a great session. The top 10 in FP1 was Vinales, Zarco, Rins, Mir, Morbidelli, Bagnaia, Pirro, Quartararo, Miller, and Oliveira as well. A very tight strategy, but a 1:46.593 would be easy to beat in the afternoon when it came to a 1:46.147 for Pepe Bagnaia, who topped free practice 2 as well. He was going well, just ahead of Alex Rins as well in the final laps in free practice number 2, going forward as well. And going out there, Morbidelli completed the top 3 as well. The top 10 combined on day 1 as well was very, very interesting because... it was very interesting indeed, of course, because of it all as well. And as we've just received some breaking news that we'll deal with in just a moment's time, sadly, as well, when we're recording this pre-show. Zarco, Mia, Marquez as well outside of the top 10 as well, with second place for Johan Zarco, all going quite well as well. The top 10 combined saw Bagnaia, Rins, Morbidelli, Quartararo, Binder, Oliveira, Nakagami, Vinales, Aleix Espargaro and Jack Miller. So on to free practice 3, the last of the combined times as well. It was Ducati leading the way again, as you can tell. It was Bagnaia, Quartararo, Binder, Miller, Zarco, Rins, Oliveira, Mia, Pol Espargaro and Franco Morbidelli, all in the running order. So that was the combined times, and those top 10 go forward. And welcome up to the commentary box in a, what is, I can only say, Megan, welcome back to the commentary box MotoGP. It's a very strange atmosphere, this one, because we came into today with hope after seeing that accident yesterday, and we learned just before the Moto2 race that Jason has sadly passed away. But now, the Moto2 riders didn't know when they were racing, so now we're going to see the MotoGP riders go out there, and it's going to be a little bit harder.
I don't think they're going to be in the right space of mind.
Yeah, it's going to be a tricky one, this one. Just 1 minute to go then until the parade lap for the Italian Grand Prix of MotoGP. We are racing with very heavy hearts, but this is what they do best. As soon as that visor goes down, it's race time. We'll put on a show to make Jason proud of the Moto paddocks of 3, 2 in the Premier Class of GP. Everyone out there will be racing with lots of things going through their minds. If it can happen to him, it can happen to me. This is one of the only times the riders will question their own mortality when tragedy strikes another rider. How much was Marc Marquez probably fearing it as well? He's sat there right now going like that, clapping his hands together, getting his shoulders all in. He suffered a big accident last season that almost ended his career. Thankfully, it wasn't life-threatening, but he knows he's riding injured. Joan Mir, last year's champion, only in his 3rd season of MotoGP. It's something also, Megan, we haven't had a rider tragically pass away since 2016. So quite a lot of these riders out here have never dealt with it.
Yeah, it's new to them. They don't know how to fully just compensate their minds from hearing of a tragic death of a fellow rider to having to go out there and do a race and know that that could happen to them as well.
Well, Jason Pasquiere was one of the fantastic riders as well in the junior class. I was commentating, sadly, when the accident happened, and I said immediately, that is a big one. And it was an accident coming over the top of the hill at the exit of Acquabiana 2 and into Scarpero, one of the fastest parts of the track as well. And annoyingly so, if it wasn't blind, it could have been avoided. It's a very nasty accident, and we've got away, thankfully, with some horrible accidents. Last year in Austria, in Moto2, Hafiz Shahirin's bike explosion of parts. Later on in the very day, Maverick Vinales and Franco Morbidelli coming together, almost wiping out Vinales and almost killing Rossi as well last year. We've got away with some, thankfully, lucky escapes, but today, however, unfortunately, we have not got away with it, and we've lost Jason Pasquiere from the racing world as well, and we will despair going forward as well. I was going with that one. Let's take a quick look at the grid then as well for this race. You can see it alongside us here. In qualifying, Fabio Quartararo taking his 4th pole position in a row. He's alongside the Italian Francesco Bagnaia, and Johan Zarco finishing out row 1. The second row sees Aleix Espargaro, Jack Miller and Brad Binder. Row 3, Miguel Oliveira, Alex Rins and Joan Mir. Row 4, Franco Morbidelli, Marc Marquez and Pol Espargaro. Row 5, Maverick Vinales and Air Bashniki and Takiki Nakagami going further down as well. On row 6, we'll see Michele Pirro wild-guiding with the Ducatis, as he always does at this race, followed then by Luca Marini and Daniele Petrucci. The 7th row, Valentino Rossi, after a terrible weekend in qualifying. There's rumours circulating this weekend that he is going to retire at the end of this year. A lot more rumours coming around. Oh, we've got a crash already on the start-finish straight. And what on earth's happened here? And it's down towards the start-finish straight. Is that Quartararo? Who is that? It's one of the Yamahas. It's not Quartararo. I think it's Vinales. Vinales has gone down on the deck, coming to the line, and the start's been aborted. So I don't know what they're going to do here. And I think it is Maverick Vinales. Is it? I can't see who. It's one of the Yamahas, and it is Maverick Vinales who has gone down on the deck as well. So the red lights are there. The red flag's being moved away. The bikes are being there. It's one of the Red Bulls running back as well. Okay, green flag, lights on, ready, steady. Lights out in Mugello. Good start immediately from Quartararo as well. Marquez dropping back, but a great start from Quartararo down towards turn 1. It's Enea Bastianini, who was the rider who crashed on the way to the grid. Down into turn 1 though. Bagnaia gets the whole shot into the San Benito corners, gets ahead, brilliantly forces out Quartararo as we come into Luco. Quartararo looks to the inside, can't quite get through, and now tries to force back and way round. The rider that crashed went down on the deck was Enea Bastianini. He has now started this race from the pit lane. So it was Bastianini who went down.
I'll tell you what, I've never seen that happen before.
I've never seen a rider crash on the start grid before as well. I've seen Marquez go a bit further on from where he needs to be, and I've seen Marquez bike stall on the grid. I've never seen that as Quartararo sends it to the inside. Bagnaia shuts the door, coming down into Casanova and the Savelle corners, into Acrobiato 1 and 2. Third gear, 175 kilometers an hour as you rise uphill. Now blind at the top. Quartararo gets a lovely exit, but Megan Ducati on home soil leading the race as Mia looks to the inside now of Miguel Oliveira and Johan Zarco. Great start all the way round.
Yeah, it was a great start. Though I'm still wondering how on earth did Bastianini? What happened there?
I think he just must have tried to do a warm up, and the bike's just slipped up on him and just dropped it. Usually when the bike riders go into the grid, they're going like this,
like a
all
horse
the time.
when it flings you off its back.
Yeah, it's bolting. It's from the back as well. So
I would like to see
a replay. I want to see a replay of that one. Yeah, it sort of spoiled the results there. Yeah, Alex Marquez starting 22nd on the grid there, by the way, for what I was saying. Now further back as well, he's actually moved up. Marini has dropped back as well on the Sky VR46 Aventine as well. Bastianini in the Aventine as well, right at the back. But great start as well. If you notice Michele Pirro, he's up into 13th place at the moment, which is great news. But right now, the battle is between us. That's Rins falling back with Binder and Alicia Spargo. Marquez, though. Marquez now in 10th place. Started this race 11th, but he dropped back at the start. And now we got a spin. Oh! It's Marc Marquez, and he's taken off Morbidelli. Morbidelli's had to go wide. Marc Marquez has dropped it on the deck, and he's out. He's crashed at the turn 3, the Pego Socco corner.
But he's getting up.
Well, that was a curse of the commentator. If I hadn't said, I was about to say he had a terrible start, then he's got himself back up the order with the slingshot down the start-finish straight, and down goes Marquez. He's forced out Morbidelli as well. The Italian's going to be a bit angry about that one as well.
Do you know what I was just about to say? I was about to mention how Alex Marquez...
Oh, Dan!
Oh!
Dan, that's Jack Miller! That's Jack Miller! I don't believe it! The winner of the Tour, it's Bagnaia! It's, oh my goodness me, it's Bagnaia! The race leader's down. Quartararo leads. They'll have to stop the race for that one. So this is all going off. Bagnaia's crashed out from the lead. I thought it was Jack Miller. This is the problem when they run the same helmets. Yeah. So no, it's down at turn 9. That's at Acrobiata 2. And he's gone down on the deck. Francesco Bagnaia, second in the championship by just 1 point to Quartararo. He's down on the deck already.
How did that happen?
Well, I must have just dropped it on the front and just slid off. It was easy to do in Acrobiata 2, but I'm surprised that hasn't triggered a red flag, because we've got debris and we've got bikes literally scattered around the track at the moment. Now look at this 0.7 mile back straightaway. It's perfect for slipstreaming, and Zarco takes the lead. We haven't seen him hit the front since the Grand Prix back at Doha. in round 2 as the two Suzuki's battle as slipping up the inside. Michele Pirro passes to Nakagami. Nakagami comes back on the inside. And now Quartararo leads this championship by 7 points. But how long for? Because he's all over the back of Zarco. You see, MotoGP's race direction has not been great recently. I couldn't tell that was Bagnaia until I looked at the timing screen and he fell down. I thought for sure it was Jack Miller. The problem is, we discussed this last time out when Bagnaia went down. Miller's 43, Bagnaia's 63, and they've got the same font and the same helmet. It's impossible to tell.
Unless you see that second number, then you're never going to know.
And Quartararo slips round the inside, coming into the Seville corner before Acquabiata 2 and takes the lead of the race. Yellow flags out now. We've got marshals in the track as well. Let's hope everyone's going to be okay. They are, because it is a blind part of the track. This is certainly where the accident happened yesterday in Moto3's qualifying session. You can see how blind it is at the top of the hill.
I'm just glad no one went off here.
Yeah. So, it's Miguel Oliveira, the Portuguese rider, who's moved up to 3rd place on KTM as well. That's an impressive run. But Quartararo leads from Zarco, Oliveira, Miller, Rins. So, Jack Miller now becomes Ducati's hope to win a race, and he's on good form. Is Jack Miller winning the Spanish Grand Prix and the French Grand Prix? He's done 2 in a row, as he's all over the back with Alex Rins now. So has Bagnaia? Yeah, Bagnaia's definitely out of the race. So is Marquez. He hasn't restarted. Neither has Bastianini. Although Bastianini, according to my monitor, it said starting from the pit lane. He hasn't gone out on the track. So we assume, as Alex Marquez, who started this race down in 22nd, is up into 15th as Zarco takes the lead again, going round the outside into turn 1. The Santanito corner. You're going 6th gear, 326 kilometres an hour. Step on the brakes. You're down to second. You're down to second gear, 90 kilometres an hour for turn 1. Awesome stopping power as Quartararo looks to the inside at the Peppo Socco corner and gets through before coming down to the Maserati corner at turn 4. So Quartararo retakes the lead.
On a positive note, Morbidelli's restarted.
So he has got, so that trip to the gravel when Marquez took him through has gone well. So Morbidelli up to P19 at the moment. Well, this is certainly a race. Synthel are saying, oh my God, no, the race leader. Yeah, and he's Italian as well, Francesco Bagnaia. He's lost his home race already. That's tragic news as well. Zarco, however, could get up there as well. Johan Zarco, the French rider, but on an Italian bike. And the incident involving Zarco and Bastianini will be investigated after the race. So that's what happened. Zarco hit Bastianini on the way to the grid. We haven't seen that replay yet, but that's what's happened. Megan.
Jeez. Right, so Synthel also asked, are there any safety cars in MotoGP? No.
This is what happened to the... Sorry, Megan.
This
is what happened coming into Acquabiata 2. Just turned in and he dropped the front. We've done that on normal push bikes as well. You turn in a bit too much and the front just tips in. You can't save it.
I'll tell you what. Bagnaia was very, very lucky there because that could have gone very wrong.
Absolutely, yeah. We've seen it happen already. Or now, going back, Synthel saying, are there any safety cars in MotoGP? Yes, we do have a safety car, but it is not there for the normal deployment of a safety car to neutralise the race.
Not like in Formula 1.
No, the safety car is there to make sure the track is okay and to make sure everyone is okay, to pick up the riders. As Megan said, there's medical cars there. The only time you would see the safety car is when they have to do a track inspection. There's not like a normal deployment to put the safety car out and that's it.
Like there is a big crash with loads of debris. It'll go around and just like check the track.
Yeah, and if that happens where there's all the debris across the track, the red flag will come out.
Yeah.
Because it's a 45-minute race or an hour max, we have the red flag procedure for a quick restart. So it's not like Formula 1 where, we could be sitting here for an hour. It's a red flag. About 15 minutes later, you're racing again. It's a very quick procedure. Also to note as well, last time out at the French Grand Prix, we had a flag-to-flag race where they had to change bikes. In Moto 2, they don't have that. If it starts to rain in Moto 2, they've got no other bike to swap over. So the red flag would come out, they put on wet tyres, and then we go again. Yeah. That's Bagnaia crashing out. So now we get the official information on the monitor coming out. That's a bit delayed, isn't it? But yeah, Bagnaia crashed out, rider okay. I'm delighted to report as well. So Quartararo leads this race. We've got, what's that smoke at the top of Acquabiata 2? That's Mia slipping up the inside of Rins, coming into I can't say it, pronounce the Plagiino corner. This part of the track before coming down into Correntino. Plagiarino, yeah, it's pretty hard, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know.
Is there also no VSC or full caution to let them down? No, there's only yellow flags. That's the only thing they have to do. As soon as they see the yellow flags, that's it. We only have 3 flags in MotoGP, the green, the red, and the yellow, in order of controlling the race. No VSC or full course yellow. They go with green flags or a red flag. That's the only 2 ways to stop the race. Or a checkered flag, obviously.
I just saw
Someone's down!
What?
I heard someone down in my earphone. So that was someone at least going through the gravel trap. I'm not seeing anybody missing. It could be Morbidelli. He could have gone off again, but... I heard something because Rins now goes to the inside of Johan Mir into turn 1, the San Benito corner. Rins takes the lead away. Sorry, Rins takes 5th place away from Johan Mir.
Rins wishes he took the lead.
Absolutely, but look at that, the top 5 actually. Top 5 setting all red sectors, so that's the fastest of all.
Yeah.
They've done 24.9 goes to Quartararo, so he's going faster up there at the moment. I'm going to point out one thing: our intervals isn't working on our monitor. Megan, take us through this replay. This is finale.
So
it's Bastianini. This is the warm up. Take us through it.
Bastianini, he was just going on the inside and then he went
So where's
outside.
Zarco?
I think Zarco comes up on the inside.
Zarco brake tested him, and Bastianini pulled the front brake, and literally the bike barrel rolled on itself. The front brake.
That was Zarco's fault.
Yeah, he did a 360 over. He did a barrel roll on the bike.
That could have been a serious racing incident.
Yeah, and that was Zarco brake testing, but I don't think he would have known that Bastianini's behind him. But yeah, I would say that was Zarco's fault. Yeah.
If Bastianini would have gone full over, then and got in front of Zarco's car, that could have ended in disaster.
Bike.
Yes, bike.
Yeah, well,
still, that could have ended in disaster.
Jack Miller coming round. That's Miller under pressure. Rins goes through, so Jack Miller's already falling back on the medium front, medium rear Ducati. But watch this. It's going to get the whole shot device on this 0.7 miles an hour back straight away. Look at this. He pulls to the outside. He doesn't need to be in the toe of Rins. He's got that slipstream power, and Miller goes back through, and now Rins and Mia are going to be battling together.
That could have been a serious racing incident, and I think they need to make the drivers more aware of people behind them.
I completely agree with you. That was way too fast and way too dangerous as well. We've seen what it can do.
Yeah.
This weekend as well.
After this weekend, they need to be really, really careful.
Absolutely agree with you. As we see at the moment, leading each sectors now. This little battle here for 4th place is where it is at. As Mia's been told mapping 2, so has Rins, so that's the Suzuki mapping 2, to turn up the engine, use a bit more fuel and go for it. Let's see what they can do. Synthol says, also no blue flags.
There's not really much call for lapping.
Yeah, there's not really much call for blue flags in MotoGP.
They're all kind of just bunched up together.
Yeah.
Though I suppose if the driver...
They get out of the way anyway. Yeah.
They get out of the way.
They're a lot more respectful than in Formula 1. That's Mia trying to go right round the outside as well. Can't go through. Still find it dangerous that they have no mirrors, though, is what Synthol says as well.
Yeah, I think they need to add mirrors, because if they had mirrors just then Bastianini wouldn't have gone out.
You don't really need mirrors. You've got a 180-degree vision, the same as normal. You can easily just look around and see where you are. Yeah. Yeah, maybe they should look at installing something maybe like a rear camera display on the front,
so that they can see who's behind them.
Like we see in the World Endurance Championship. Yeah, they've got a little camera on the front there, that little tiny screen to see as Miller goes very wide, coming through the Puccini last corner and slips through on the inside. Goes Rins. They're going to go side by side down the start-finish straight. We go as well. Where is Miller going to go? Miller goes round the outside and gets ahead of Rins. So Miller goes through, Rins doesn't, and Mia's coming into pressure. Adding to that as well, Brad Binder is coming into a little battle with this one as well. Nakagami has passed Pirro as well, so that little switch around that they had previously has changed over, which I'm delighted to say. But this is getting a bit close, and there is Aleix Espargaro on the Aprilia. Aprilia matching the most ever races in MotoGP this weekend as well. For a factory, as Arthurug on the inside, down at the Casanova corners. That's Rins, a.k.a. Casanova, going through on Miller, the Jack Attack Australian Miller.
Oh, I forgot to tell you the other week about something I heard or saw about on Monaco. Do you know Hill, how he has the most laps?
Graham Hill, yeah.
Yeah. Well, if Raikkonen decides to do another, then he'll take over, having the most laps.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is a lot. As Mia now goes through on Miller, these two not friends, as we remember from the Qatar race when they were kicking each other off the track left and right.
I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah. Since they're saying it's impossible, though, to make MotoGP as safe as Formula One, unfortunately. I completely agree with you there.
Yeah, especially with the exposed neck, I mean.
Yeah, there's nothing you could do, unfortunately, with that as well. And that's why MotoGP and 2 and 3 and all motorcycles are way more dangerous than Formula One as well. You're literally clinging to a 220-mile-an-hour bomb, effectively. That can throw you off any moment. And yeah, I always like to, in fact, I describe these as you're riding a nuclear bomb. That's exactly what I find. If you sit on top of a nuclear device, you see in in those movies, in the cowboy movies and everything, and the Indiana Jones movie as well, when he sat on it and going "Ee-haw" as he's going down. It's like that's what it is. You're sitting on top of a nuclear bomb, effectively riding around on this circuit. Especially at Mugello, it's the most challenging racetrack of the year. It's fast, it's aggressive, it's mean, it's everything you need to deliver us a great race. And this is the first time. This is the first race as well that got cancelled in the pandemic last year. So this is the first time we've gone to a circuit that was cancelled previously. As well, same as MotoGP went with Monaco. As Pol Espargaro goes to 11th, passes Maverick Vinales. Oh yeah, laps raced in Monaco.
He's 2 laps behind.
So if Raikkonen next year continues, he'll get that ahead of Graham Hill.
Yeah.
Graham Hill did 1,211. Raikkonen did 1,209. Wow, that's an interesting one.
Well, and Alonso will come in 2nd place.
Yeah, as look at that, Pol Espargaro now has definitely got ahead of Maverick Vinales as well. On the circuit, these two circulating a bit more, but up the hill, Acquibano over now towards Scarpella. Vinales looks to the inside. Pole tries to hold it, can't, gets forced out wide, and look how much time he's lost. He had to sit the bike up as well mid-corner in order not to slide off. So great stuff there from Vinales, and now Pole's going to fall back into the KTM, the Tech 3s of Luca Noah and Daniele Petrucci. And Petrucci, of course, the last winner of the Italian Grand Prix. Yeah, 2019 drag races to align with Marc Marquez. That was a great race as well. I wish we were commentating on that one today rather than this, for obviously not the reasons that this isn't a great race, but for the reasons of it was a great day. Unfortunately, this one is going to be heavy in the hearts with a lot of riders today and a lot of people. But still, we try and deliver the best race possible to honour the memory of Jason. And I think they're doing quite a good job out there today as well, as Quartararo's got 2.076 seconds to Zarco, who's right up there with Miguel Oliveira. But that's nothing, because you can get the toe down the start-finish straight. Don't forget also, later on today, we will be covering live for you the Indianapolis 500. We've got an hour build-up show as well coming for you. Me and Megan will be hosting that one, and we'll be moving into the commentary box as well. In that session, we'll have highlights of the bump day, the last row qualifying, and then the Fast 9 and the carb day practice. And that's what happened with Marquez. He tangled.
Yeah.
Oh, and that was close. Marquez's bike came right across the front of Franco Morbidelli. He just sort of skidded along the track.
They were like this close away from touching.
Oh, that was so close. Morbidelli was so fast on those brakes as well. That was not Marquez's fault at all, but Morbidelli, great avoidance skills there as the bike slid along the track. And who did he make contact with? I think that was actually Luca Noah, you know. I think it was Luca Noah. It was one of the KTMs. It could have been Brad Binder, actually, looking at it. It was Brad Binder. Yeah.
Depends which one's
furthest down. It was Binder on the 33. I thought it was an 88, but it was the 33 of Brad Binder, so it was the South African.
Why did they put teammates with such similar numbers?
It's really annoying as well to try and find
I mean, it's even in Formula 1.
Yeah.
Ricciardo, Norris, 3 and 4. Seriously?
Yeah, well, it was impossible with Verstappen, was it? It was
Hamilton and...
It's 44.77, yeah. Synthol says that's lap 1 replay, right? Or lap 2? It was lap 2. No, it was lap 3. It was lap 3 something. Yeah, but that was the replay earlier on of Marquez falling out of the race. Yeah. Earlier on. So, yeah, join us later on for live coverage of the Indy 500. We've got a highlights of Bump Day with the last row qualifying and the Fast 9, along with highlights of the last Carb Day practice session. And we will be broadcasting this all live as Johan Mir slips up the inside of Rins. Rins gets the cut back to come back through. They're side by side coming into turn 2 at Luco. And the world champion Mir holds him back. Rins tries to go around the outside into Popo Secco, which is, I was going to say Prosecco corner, but it's Popo Secco. As he comes down to turn 4, Maserati, the banked part of the track as well slightly. She come flicking back through the Borg San Lorenzo corner.
Then that garage is really bright.
Yeah, down into turn 6 as well, the Casanova. And then Seville at turn 7. Acquibiano 1 and 2, the fast uphill 8 and 9. That's where Lance Stroll crashed, of course, in Mugello last year. This is Mugello, that race where we had a massive accident at the start line. Yeah, I think it's MotoGP trying to outdo Formula 1 as well with start line crashes. Yeah. Because that's what Bastianini did. It's almost very similar as well. Synthel says, a bit late replay, but sure, at least they showed it on like F1 with the Gasly Vettel moment in Monaco. I've seen that on board, thankfully. We watched it, what was it, Monday? So about 24 hours after the race, we actually saw what happened. It was very close racing. Yeah. I could have shot the director that day as well. Honestly, I think a lot of people were after him at the end of that race. The Italian Monte Carlo director, because honestly that was the worst direction of a Monaco Grand Prix or just a race ever. Although yesterday's director sort of goes up there with MotoGPs as well. Maybe he could be a bit on a stern talking to later. Yeah. Fabio, Megan, go to you.
Do you know who I think has the brightest garage? Aprilia.
Aprilia, yeah. It's constant whiteness, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought we were bad now that we've painted the walls white, got a new strip light in as well. I thought that was a bit bright, but compared to Aprilia as well, it's like being in the. It's literally just being flashed completely.
Yeah.
Synthel says, yeah, I posted the onboard as well. Oh yes, I did see it on yours as well. Actually, yeah, I Synthel on F1 Highlights 3 on Instagram as well. I saw. So yeah, go back there. A reminder to everyone watching as well to join the new Discord server. The link is in the YouTube bio at the top as well in the link. And we'll be having, hopefully, there's one day. We're trying to get it working. It didn't work today, unfortunately. We're going to try and have watch-alongs where you can actually see the race picture as well. So you can hear our commentary and watch the race as well, we're watching it. Here on YouTube, you can have the watch-along as well with the Combox camera. Best of both worlds, I think. 12 to go then here.
Do you know, I was just thinking about the reasons why we don't do those, like, driving things for MotoGP. And it's because...
The commentator challenge.
No, like the onboard racing.
Oh, yeah, the up attack.
Because we're bad at it.
Well,
I am at least.
That is a commentator challenge. Me v you.
Yeah.
It'd be impossible.
I am rubbish at it.
We tried last year when we had the PlayStation downstairs, and you just couldn't do it.
I don't know how to do it.
Lightly on the throttle. Lightly on the throttle.
I just fall.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that one is pretty much off there anyway. We should have done it. I mean, to be fair,
I should just start practicing.
Yeah, to be fair, I've got yeah. No, not at all. Not on the Discord server. As we get through at the moment, Quartararo going through. Yeah, to answer Synthel's thing there, nope, not at all, because it'll be on Discord, which you're allowed to screen share with. I've looked into it, but anyway, that's a few months away yet, because we've got to actually get a device that can do it at the moment and figure out how to link everything together. So we've only had the Discord less than a week. In fact, we've only had it a couple of days. But yeah, join the Discord and we can all have a chat together. Megan's even joining it soon. Want to get round to it?
I think you got it Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah, something around there. So yeah, Synthel's first 2 channels on Instagram got caught down as well by Vom. But look at it, 11 laps to go at the moment. Quartararo, Zarco and Oliveira going well at the moment. Quartararo 25.097, Zarco 25.158 in that first sector. So he's got exactly, look, I know you're OCD, Megan, but if you look at the time screen quickly before they get to the second sector, 3 seconds exactly, the gap between Quartararo and Zarco.
Binder, why aren't you fast? No, it's Rins.
Rins.
Why are you doing this, Rins?
Rins in the first sector.
Be faster.
Was, 2/10 off the pace of the rest of them. As we now watch as well, Miguel Oliveira being chased by Johan Mir. But Zarco and Oliveira is the battle we're watching at the moment. Oh, Discord. Yeah, Discord. That's where we're going to be on, as Synthel. That's where hopefully we're going to try it. So the Discord lot get to actually watch it along with us as well. And the YouTube, our wonderful viewers here will have all the build up to the race, our commentary box cameras and everything as well. So that's going to be fantastic as well. But that's ages away yet. Vinales 12 track limits warning as well, so if he goes over one more time we get 10-second penalty. You see the bike shake there from Miguel Oliveira. That was impressive. He was right on the shaking limit there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the 500 later. Are you looking forward to the 500 later?
Kind of.
I mean, it's 200 laps of an oval. Anything can happen.
I think I'll just be tired, mate.
Well, you've got to relax. We have to do an hour pre-show. And then a 2.5 hour race and a 20-minute.
Do you know on computer?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go onto my account soon.
Oh, nice.
I have to permanently log it into my college account.
Ah, good point. Yeah. We'll sort that out as we see Oliveira right now with Johan Mir battling together. Is Zarco gonna catch Quartararo, or is it pretty much game over? I think in game over.
I don't know.
Vinales again, track limits warning, another one out there at the moment. So that's even worse going forward.
10 laps to go, and right now,
It's only Zarco quicker, yeah.
being like normal. Hold on, I just need to go
go
and
on.
find a tissue.
Off you go, Megan. As at the moment, everyone is being normal to go with Megan as well, because Quartararo 25.225 in that first sector. Zarco is actually a lot faster in that first sector. Simple saying, I can't wait for the Indy 500. Neither can I. We've put a lot of effort into this as well. The 500. We've got a 4-minute grid going through it. We've got 15 minutes of the last practice of carve day all edited together with the best bits. We've got every lap from the bump day and the fast 9 coming for you. And it's honestly fantastic, and I can't wait. I'm very proud of our pre-show. And we're going to host it from outside the commentary box, so you're not just looking at these for the entire race. So we're going to be hosting it from out there, and then we'll go to the grid and come to the comm box. Ian Burch will be at race control as well, so Dad won't be in the comms box. He'll be at race control with a webcam as well, so he'll be talking to us there. He just literally sat in his own chair, so he's liking that as well. But we've given him loads of data screens to analyse as well, so he'll be our analyst for that one. What time does the Indy 500 race start? As well, as we're still seeing in the moment, give me a second, as Oliveira is closing in on Zarco. We're on air 4:45 British summer time. Lights out at 5:45 British summer time. Well, the green flag actually. So 5:45 British summer time. Synthel for you, that is 6:45 over in the Netherlands, where I think MotoGP will be in a couple of weeks' time. Next week, of course, we double up. We're going to Catalonia for MotoGP, and Formula One heads off to Azerbaijan. We'll be bringing you both races live at the same time. And Megan?
Track limits warning for Piero, I think.
Yeah, Piero, Michele Piero, the 51 of Piero.
I need to learn how to pronounce all these names.
Well, Piero's a wildcard rider. Piero is another one actually had a very nasty high side a couple of years ago down at Turn 1, San Antonio, and he was knocked unconscious with that one. It was a very aggressive track, this one as well.
Maybe they should make some moderations to it.
Sadly, they can, but it's very difficult because this track is built on a hillside as well, so it's very difficult to make a couple.
Well, they should do it anyway because now this has taken a life and they need to sort it out.
Hang on. Don't go that far.
I'm going to go.
It's not always the track's decisions as well. It's the conditions sometimes into it. The track temperature wasn't quite up. But there is a full investigation going on as well. Yeah. And since it's got a league race starting at 7, well, don't worry. You can join back. It's a 2.5-hour race, so you've got plenty of time to see the end of it. Don't worry at all, mate. As well, you'll be able to see the end of the 500. And knowing the 500 will be cautions after cautions, red flag probably. So we've got plenty of time to
There's
fill
always
as well.
something going on.
Yeah, we're even going to hook up the PlayStation as well, just in case we need to do like a lap challenge between us if there's a long red flag period. So we've got everything covered up here in the comms box as well as we entertain ourselves at the moment. Megan is literally just going over to the side of the commentary box so she can drink a big bottle of Coke that she's got. I don't know why she does that, but yeah, whatever.
Let's do.
Who's the fastest down the straightaway then? It's Jack Miller on a 349-kilometre back straightaway. That's 222 miles an hour, something like that. Insane, the top speed. But okay, Megan, who's going to win this race? 8 laps to go. It's going to be Quartararo, isn't it?
I think, yeah.
Bagnaia crashing out has sort of ruined our fun. It feels like the Monaco Grand Prix again, doesn't it? No one's really overtaking it. No one's really going for a move.
It's just like, oh, this person again. Do you know, in the Monaco Grand Prix as well, it's like Bagnaia is basically the equivalent
of Charles Leclerc. Yeah, basically he is. But this is hotting up right now as well. The battle for second place is Zarco, who's on medium front, medium rear. Oliveira's hard front, medium rear. He's going an awful lot faster to come into Aquinita 2 and going in. He's got him. What a move from Oliveira. And the KTM boys love that one. He sensed it up the inside coming into the Pellegrino corner. And that was fantastic. Coming down now into turn 12 of the combat, the Cornetto corner, and he's going through there.
Which reminds me, we still haven't had our corner.
No, into the Biodati chicanes at 13-14. So Oliveira now gets released from the path of Zarco, goes up into P2. Let's see what Oliveira can do. But now, of course, with the Pramac Racing being a Ducati, we're going to see the whole shot device down towards turn 1 of San Benito, and Oliveira may be ahead of the KTM, but look at Zarco in the slipstream, pulls to the outside. Oliveira tries to shut the door. Zarco is almost standing up on the bike as well, not just braking it, trying to stand up in order to keep out all of the wheels as now. It's unbelievable.
I tell you what, whoever named these corners are great pickers of names.
Yeah, the San Benito, the Luco, Pepe Sacco, Maserati, Borla, San Lorenzo, Casanova, Seville, Acquabiata, Scarpero, the Plagellino, the Correntano, Biodetti 1 and 2, and the Burchini last corner. Those are all the names. And honestly, it's a fantastic track, this. Formula 1 should come back here for another Tuscan Grand Prix. I don't see why they haven't. I don't see why we're getting a Styrian race when we could have come here.
Yeah.
Or have another crack at the Nürburgring, because the Nürburgring could have been better.
I remember the last race we had here. It was great.
Well, that was last year, wasn't it, for Formula 1? Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, we actually commentated in Magellan in a long time.
Yeah.
For Moto GP, that is. And now Mia does exactly the same. Mia gets through on Johan Zarco. Oliveira did a lap ago at the same point of the track, and he's got it through. So Mia now goes onto the podium. Disaster for Johan Zarco, the Frenchman, on the Pramac Ducati Italian team. And Jack Miller has dropped back, but he's got some great late race pace as well. So Synthel's keeping us updated with the the Formula Regional race, and 35 drivers survived turn 1 at Paul Ricard. Well, to be fair, at Paul Ricard, you have literally got 70 different lanes you can go into to avoid it, so that's good news.
Yeah.
As they come down now, 6 laps to go. Look at the helicopter just sort of dropping in from the top there in order to get the best shot. And here comes Zarco again, going to the inside of Johan Mir, but backed out of it big time into turn 1. Didn't want to have the whole shot device activated, and now he's going to fall back into the clutch of Rins. Ideally, Oliveira's got hard front, medium rear, and Zarco's got medium front, medium rear. I suspect his tyres are gone.
Yeah, I think they are.
Talk about Mr. Consistent. Look at that. 147s and 146s. Quartararo's been... Quartararo, from lap 14, 15, 16 and 17, has been that consistent. He's done a 147.6 every single lap. That is incredible.
Can we give him a medal?
Rins goes through on the inside into the Savelle corner coming out of Casanova. So coming into Acquabiata now. So Rins now goes to 4th. Zarco's out of it as well. Yeah, they all survived lap 1, but they were all over the place. Yeah, I thought they would be as well. Formula Regional Championship everywhere, but all facing the correct way. Yeah, that's the best decision. Oh, and this is Zarco with damage on the rear.
Ooh.
And that's probably from Bastianini's headbutt. That's that damage on Zarco's Bastianini. There it is, look. Oh, my word, he did headbutt it as well. So that was Bastianini getting a little bit more on the accelerator, having to hit the brakes at the front. He flipped over and his head whacked the back.
He probably have concussion now.
Yeah, his head whacked the back of Zarco's plate. And well, that's destroyed the camera, would have whacked out loads of things. So, yeah, very dangerous there as well from Bastianini as well. And from Zarco, they'll be hauled up in front of the stewards with that one as well. Someone has a problem with his car, apparently, in the Formula Regional race. Keep us updated with that one. I'll have to read it and keep an eye on this because we're going in the closing stages. Lap 19 of 23. Oliveira's closing in on Quartararo. 3.8 now. The gap as well as Zarco repasses Rins down to turn 1 at San Benito. Goes in a bit too hot. Rins comes through on the inside line and goes through. So Zarco's given up, basically, already. Oh, nice. At the moment as well. So Megan just updated me on some of the track stats at the moment out here. Oliveira is quicker. Oh, Mia's actually quicker than Oliveira on the last lap. 2/10 faster. So they've got 5 laps to go. Quartararo is 3.8 seconds ahead. He will lead the championship on 105 points. 26 to Zarco, his nearest competitor, and Bagnaia.
Who's Mr. Consistent again?
Leader, yeah. He's Mr. Oh, we've got a freezing moment up here in the comms box. Are we still broadcasting? Yeah, sorry about that. I think we had a little bit of a freeze there. Hopefully we're all good. Can you hear us okay? Can you see us okay? Let us know. I'm cheering for Quattararo, says Synthel. Is he leading the championship? At the moment, he will be. Quattararo will be on 105 points. 26 back will be Zarco Bagnaia. 32 points back will be Johan Mir. But yeah, at the moment, Quattararo will lead the title. In fact, he's already leading the title coming into this race, look, as well. It was 80 points, yeah. Someone's got front wing damage, oh dear. Yeah, let us know, by the way, if we're looking okay in the group chat as well, because we've just had a little bit of an error with our systems up here in the comments box as Oliveira versus Mia now becomes the main title fight. Out! Big one! Oh, that's Alex Rins. He's dropped it down at the Bushi, down at turn 15. And that bike took off big time.
He flipped.
Yeah, he flipped over. That's down at the Puccini, turn 15. And he was going maximum speed down there, tips it in, the bike flies off, and luckily he's okay, no damage. Let's take a look at it. Third bike in shot, just turns in, drops it, and it's at an angle that's slightly banked and curved, so the bike flies off into the wall.
He literally flipped, and then he just suddenly landed on his feet.
And look at that. That was a big one as well. His leg, yeah, well, he gets up and stands up. We saw Mia do that last year. Hips would be a bit of a thing there as well. He definitely, his legs would have been spread completely.
Yeah.
He's probably done his hip in as well, actually, slightly.
Probably a hamstring or something.
Yeah, and yeah, definitely. And that's going to be a big one. He'll feel that one tomorrow. Thankfully, Alex Rins is okay, but he's crashed out of 4th place. That puts Johan Zarco back in, meaning now that Zarco will only be 25 points back from Fabio Quattararo as well. Oh, apparently there was something in the Formula Regional race as well at the same time as the MotoGP. So that was already a bit of a disaster moment as we're on board with the 36, the 2020 world champion Johan Mir is chasing down Miguel Oliveira, the winner from the Portuguese Grand Prix last year. Oliveira on the KTM, the factory KTM as well, with Red Bull holding it through. Fabio Quattararo on the Monster Energy Yamaha leading the way. In fact, 2 energy drinks, 1-2 at the moment. Monster Energy Yamaha leads the race. Red Bull KTM factory goes second. So right now, Monster beating Red Bull. All we need now is Rich Energy to be in there, and that'll be a complete, utter disaster, wouldn't it, at the moment? But this is looking good. 3 to go. There's the virtual fan wall. And Nakagami's crashed. Nakagami has crashed. Rider okay.
Can we see this?
I think he's done it the last corner. Is it turn 15? Oh, it's turn 14. He's crashed at Biodetti too.
No, it's all right.
That looks to me like it. Oh, don't tip the bike over, chaps. Come on. And he's okay, which is great news. Okay, let's see how he did it. So Nakagami coming in. Oh, he's ridden over the curbs at Biodetti too. And the bike's just let go of him. It's just let go. The front has just failed on him.
He looks like he's going down a slide.
Yeah, and what Synthel asking, was Rins 4th? Yes, he was. That's promoted Zarco up the order as well. So out of this race, Nakagami, Rins, Bagnaia, Marquez and Bastianini. We're on board with the Dr. Valentino Rossi.
I'll tell you what, this has been quite a crash-filled race. And every time we go to Italy, something ends up happening.
Yeah, every single time. Not even kidding.
It's like it's cursed for motor racing.
Definitely here at Mugello as well. I'm surprised, actually, we haven't had a race stoppage, especially for some of the debris we've had on the track today as well, as Rossi's closing up against the 27 of Ike Lucanoa, coming into Acqui Banana 1 and 2. So Rossi going to try and go for 10th place as well. A lot of rumours circulating over the past 24 hours that Valentino Rossi is going to announce his retirement from motor racing. Ideally, he'll do it at the San Marino round, which is... Oh, and that's off the track. Was that...
Who skipped the corner?
I'm looking ahead, and who's falling back? Lorenzo Salvadori. So Salvadori dropped back as well. That's why he dropped down the order all those laps ago. Back to the front now, as we start 2 to go here at Mugello, at the Tuscan Hills. Who can be the Tuscan Raiders and master this one round the circuit? Is it going to be El Diablo, Fabio Quattararo, or is it going to be the Portuguese, Miguel Oliveira, or Johan Mir, the world champion from last year?
I think that Quattararo needs to...
slow down or hurry up?
I think he needs to hurry up, to be honest.
I'd agree with that one, to be fair, as well. Seeing what can happen next. 2 laps to go. And annoyingly, Mir is just holding the gap. Jack Miller's come back to play. He's P6 at the moment and is looking to be up there. We'll deal with that later as well. And let's just see what he can do. Okay, Megan, question. Miller. He's going to be fourth in the championship. He's lost out on a lot of points after winning 2 races. Is this still his year, or is he going to bounce back?
I think he might bounce back. It's still pretty early on in the season.
Yeah, it's pretty early on. Very early on. Hopefully he'll be okay. Oh, Luca Noah's dropped out. Where is he on the track? Has he crashed? I'm looking. No, Luca Noah's just dropped further back. So Petrucci now to 9th, Rossi to 10th. So Valentino Rossi in his home Grand Prix is in P10. Rumours of his retirement will be announced at the San Marino race, as I said, because obviously that's his home Grand Prix at Emilia-Romagna. It's next to the city that he was born in, actually. They just call it the San Marino Grand Prix, but it's still in Italy. But his home racetrack at Misano, that looks like where Rossi might announce his retirement at the end of 2021. Certainly it hasn't been a great year for him, is it? This is going to be his best result of the season, 10th here. And of course, you missed the French Grand Prix, but you haven't missed much, to be fair. You've picked up quite easily.
Yeah.
I keep expecting you, something like that, to go and be in some sort of French and Saunders movie as well, with a security guard.
Or be in Life on Mars.
Yeah, something like that. Last lap of the call, then, here at the Italian Grand Prix, and it looks like we're going to have Quartararo winning, Miguel Oliveira second. KTM are very excited about this one as well.
I look like a 70s detective.
You do, yeah.
I'm giving my future job. That's kind of good.
I'm looking forward to also seeing what we're going to do for the 500. I don't know if you're going to change for the 500.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, but we're filming soon, so we're going to have to find out soon. With the pre-show bits. Yeah.
How soon?
Oh, 1:30. So, yeah, we've got 50 minutes or so we've plenty of time there. Actually, this race has only taken 41 minutes. That's incredibly quick. It's gone quite quick, actually.
Given what's happened.
Yeah, it's gone quite fast. I'm surprised about that one. Still, Fabio Quartararo is going to take his 6th ever win in Moto GP. Look at that, Oliveira slipped back. Mia's going to try and go for it, coming down into the Prosecco corner. No, just go for it. He's going to try and have a go. Can't get through. What about down to turn 12? Nothing happening there either. Coming into the last couple of sectors now, Fabio Quartararo is going to be his 3rd win of the year. He won in Doha. He won in Portugal. Now he's going to win in Italy in the Tuscan Villa. Into the last corner. Well, it's been a little bit of an interesting weekend. Fabio Quartararo wins a very emotional Italian Grand Prix as he crosses the line to win at Mugello. Second across the line goes Miguel Oliveira. Johan Mir finishes 3rd. Zarco 4th. Binder 5th. And Fabio Quartararo dedicates that win to Jason Despatchier, who sadly passed away yesterday in a horrific accident in the Moto 3 here at the track. And the Swiss flag for Jason as well out there in the Yamaha garage. A nice, lovely, sweet touch there. Fabio Quartararo is sat at the exit of turn 1, crying and celebrating and looking up and pointing to the sky. And Miguel Oliveira is to drop 1 position due to exceeding track limits on the last lap. We saw this happen in the Moto 2. It's not happened. So Johan Mir finishes in 2nd place. Miguel Oliveira finishes 3rd in this race now.
At least he's still on the podium.
Absolutely. Brad asking, what is MotoGP? Motorcycle Grand Prix racing, the premier class, the top form of bike racing in the world. That's what MotoGP is, Brad. And what a great honour for Jason Despatchier, who passed away this morning after an accident yesterday in Moto 3. That they've gone out there, they've delivered a calm race. Yes, we've had some scary accidents, but a calm race. And Fabio Quartararo, very emotional, dedicating it already. Even out on the track, we didn't need to hear what he was saying because he did the cross and he pointed up to the sky. We all know what we're thinking. And this is exactly what happened in the Moto 2 race. This is why Oliveira's been dropped to position. Exactly the same happened in the Moto 2 race as well with Marcel Schotter. And just being dropped down as well. And that's completely unfair in my opinion because but rules are rules. You're on the green. He's not on the green. He's not on the green.
It's a shadow that's on the...
Oh, he's just touching the exit. That is too much.
Come on.
That's a bit harsh. Freddie Spencer, the steward, the lead steward here, the rider steward. I thought you were better than this, Freddie, when you were racing, but no, that is a horrible decision. The second most horrible decision of the day, actually, there from Freddie Spencer and the team. Not happy with that one at all. But Fabio Quartararo, exactly what he needed. His third win of the year. Very emotional. Looking up at the sky, dedicating this one to Jason. And a great race for him. Extends his championship lead. His third win of the season, of course. And now, we'll go to the podium. There'll be no champagne sprayed on the podium. Even before we knew of the tragic news, just because of what happened yesterday and the critical condition we knew he was in. There was no champagne on the Moto 3 podium. There will be no champagne in the Moto 2. And there will be no champagne for the Moto GP now. And now they'll all go through. So let's give you the full results then. It's Fabio Quartararo who takes victory. Johan Mir finishes second. With Miguel Oliveira finishing third. That time graphic should have updated. And there we go. There's the official information. It changes just as I say it. So Fabio Quartararo takes victory from Johan Mir second, Miguel Oliveira third, Johan Zarco fourth, Brad Binder fifth, Jack Miller sixth, Aleix Espargaro seventh, Maverick Vinales is eighth, Daniel Petrucci ninth, and Valentino Rossi goes into 10th place. Aiki Canero is 11th, Paul Espargaro 12th, Michele Pirro 13th, no relation to the other Michele Pirro from Formula 1. Then we get Alex Marquez finishing 14th place. Started 22nd, so great race for him today. Lorenzo Savadori is 15th. Franco Morbidelli 16th after a great avoidance of Marc Marquez's bike flying in front of him. And Luca Marini is in 17th. Out of the race, Takiki Nakagami, who fell at the Biagdassi corners. Alex Rins flew out at the last corner at Puccini. Francesco Bagnaia slid out at I can't even say it. Acquabiata. Marc Marquez slid out at the Luco corner at turn 2, and Enea Bastianini decided to do a barrel roll and whacked his head on Johan Zarco's rear of the bike. He's okay, but failed to take the start as he's been taken to the medical centre. He's perfectly fine. Just taken to the medical centre because it was such a hard hit.
Got a bit of a concussion.
Maybe just a bit of a mark on his head as well, but yeah. So he'll be okay. Fabio Quartararo celebrating with his family there as well and his team crew. Definitely as well. Synthol saying, yes, GG Quartararo. That's a good game, isn't it? Yeah, good. Going out there as well. Well, all attention now, Megan, turns to the Indy 500. That's on later on today. We will need cheers as well, by the way.
Yeah, I'm surprised I was able to stand with for this long.
I'm not going to be able to stand for 2.5 hours, I don't think. So I'll probably need to sit down at some point.
Since I've stood for like 45 minutes so far, Ben, I'm definitely not going to be able to stand for at least an hour. Just
so you know, when you join us later, the coverage will look like this. It'll look like this. Kneel down. It'll look like that. And then sometimes it'll look like that as well. Because we'll be sitting down, because we physically cannot stand for that long period of time. I might sit down during the cautions and perch on the bar stool over there for the rest of it. But the Swiss flag out there, Jason Dispatch is 19 years old. That's what I can't get over.
Yeah.
And I was commentating.
He's only 3 years older than me.
Yeah, I was commentating on the accident. I was commentating at the end of qualifying, and it was bad. Very, very bad. And I'm sure you've all seen it and you were watching along or you've heard about it as well. It was very horrific as well. And we knew it was serious because the medical helicopter was called in as well. Yeah, not great at all. Beth saying no flags / set incidents. Nope, none at all. Hello, Beth. Hope you're well. I haven't seen you actually for a couple of races, but I hope you're good. Are you streaming the England game next week? No, we don't cover football at the moment. That would be absolutely ridiculous trying to me commentate on football. What we are gonna do though, we've always said as well, if England make it far in the Euros, we'll commentate on the final of the Euro if England are in it.
Yeah.
I thought that'd be something just great to say in the commentary. Yeah. But what would I do with that? How would we? What would have to have a
Dad to help.
would have to have a nils instead of the timing graphics. It'd have to be 0-0, wouldn't it? The normal graphics.
Screen.
It'd look a bit boring, wouldn't it?
Yeah, a bit.
I mean, with here we react and provide radio commentary. You've got over here the timing graphics to look at as well, and hopefully you watch along. But yeah. Reminder, actually, Beth, while you're here, we've made a Discord server. Don't know if you're on Discord, but you're welcome to join it, and everybody else as well. Oh, Oliveira's position has been reinstated due to Mia exceeding track limits on the last lap. So Mia did it as well. So Oliveira does finish second. Mia finishes third. They've switched it over.
So because of Mia also doing it, he's got his position back.
Look, here it is. So there's Oliveira doing it. He goes over the green there. And Mia did it too. What? Wow.
So nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. Yeah. So, yeah, Beth, while you're here as well, I know Cynthal's already joined it. Brad, YouTube, we've made a Discord server. The link is in the YouTube bio in the little top corner. I will also post the link here as well now. I can do it on my mobile. So, Beth, if you want to join that Discord, Brad, YouTube, and everybody else joining as well, get in the Discord. Because it's going to have some fun. I just want to keep in touch with everyone as well while we're not on air.
Yeah.
I love that as well. So I'm just putting it in now as well, the link to the Discord server. Test match cricket, says Beth as well. I don't know. Well, let's... test match cricket. That could be fun. Although I could probably commentate on the cricket and the rugby. Yeah. I think I would do better at rugby than I would do on football.
To watch it now.
Yeah. I would. There's the Discord link, by the way, everyone. I think I would do 100% better commentating on rugby than I would do on football.
Yeah, it's more dramatic.
I can understand rugby a lot more than I can understand football. But still.
I understand both about the same, though I personally always prefer basketball.
Where's Quartararo going? Quartararo's jumped out of Parc Ferme and is running off somewhere.
Do you know
he's celebrating with the team. That's why.
Is it weird when I'm actually good at basketball?
Probably, yeah.
Even though I'm small,
yeah.
It's like I'm good at basketball because when I was really young, like in my old primary school, we used to have like a court. So.
Oh, of course you did.
Yeah. So we used to just play basketball.
Beth saying test match cricket. I've already said that. Yeah. But yeah, join our Discord. Here it is. Look, got it all up and running. Got people in there chatting already. Get in that Discord. Join it. Let's have some fun. Got a general chat. If you've seen any funny streams, clips that we've done in commentary that we made a mistake or something, or the flags have fallen down, get it in the channel stream clips as well. Also do commentary requests if you want us to commentate on something, a special race, or anything like that, throw it in there. We'll see what we can do.
Do you know what would be funny?
And you've got announcements, got the YouTube schedule and links to every YouTube video we post. We've got the Twitch schedule and the Twitch videos as well that we're going to do. And we've got social medias as well. And we'll have radio commentary where we'll hopefully get the video as well. So you can watch along with us, the actual pictures live on the Discord server as well, and listen to the commentary. And also, if you want, have us on YouTube in the YouTube chat. But that's not coming yet. That's coming soon.
Do you know what would be funny to watch? Ice hockey.
Yeah. Also, we also have a chat channel as well where everybody can join and have a conversation. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. And Terminator's joined. So I presume that's you, Brad? I'll join the Discord server. Yeah, get involved. Get everyone in. The link's in there. Cynthal's already in it. Quite a lot of others are as well in the esport realm. Get in it. Let's have some fun. And I'll hopefully get that feature ready where we can do watch-alongs where we'll have the TV pictures on the Discord server as well with our radio commentary as usual. And then you can have us on a separate picture with the Combox cameras. So you can hear us, you can see us, and you can watch the pictures as well. Best of both worlds with our Discord server as well.
Why is Quartararo's airbag at the back smaller than Oliveira?
Well, he's a smaller person, isn't he? Or he's a taller person, so doing that much hair.
I was going to say, it's has it somehow deployed?
I don't know, but I've never seen in the whole of my life a situation where Oliveira and Mia, both of them, oh, you get second. Oh, no, you get second. Oh, no, you get second. Who's that? So the order stays the same, apart from Oliveira and Mir have changed positions as well. And there's a battle going in the Formula Regional Championship as well. So I think Synthol would have put a link in the Discord chat as well, or on the YouTube chat to get involved with that as well. And we're just going to wait for the podium, where we can play the national anthems. And then we'll go off air, have about a half-hour break. Well, you will anyway. I've got to set everything up outside for the outside broadcast.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. I feel like I'm going to get bitten.
Yeah, but we've already got the thing, so we only need to film 7 minutes and 52 seconds, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's not bad at all. That's a couple of segments at least. So yeah, we've got a 45-minute pre-recorded build-up for the 500. We'll then be live for 15 minutes before the green flag flies later on this afternoon. So get that ready as well. Live watch-along commentary of the Indianapolis 500 will be coming later on today as well. The only live coverage of IndyCar we'll put out on the YouTube channel this year, because we do the rest of it in highlight form, because I'm usually the only one available for IndyCar, and it's just easier to do it in highlight than me talking for 2.5 hours. And at the moment, Synthel's saying that the battles in the Formula Regional, it's 5 minutes plus 1 lap left. Oh, but someone stopped. Oh, so that could be a safety car then over there in the Regional Championships at Port Ricard. 2 weeks' time, British Touring Car Championship will be back as well at Snetterton. So join us for that one as well. Megan joins the team for that weekend as well at Snetterton. In fact, Megan, you've actually got a lot more free time on your hands now. In fact, I'm thinking you're in the commentary box for quite a lot in the coming weeks.
I've not got as much free time as you think.
Yes,
I've got to deal with loads of college things.
But next weekend you've got Formula 1 and MotoGP. Week after that, British Touring Cars.
Not even I know what I'm doing.
Week after that, you've got Austria for Formula 1, and then Austria again, and then the British Grand Prix in a triple header. And then you've got MotoGP to add throw into that as well. You're going to be very busy.
Do you know my GCSEs weren't even this difficult?
Yeah, you're going to be very, very busy. And of course, later on you got the 500. Don't worry. And unless you're not doing the Formula E, Ed's joining me for that one again when we get back in a couple of, well, hopefully, I think it's about 3 weeks' time until we are back in for Formula E's race. And Synthel's saying the safety car has been deployed. So that's ended that race then. That's what I don't like as well. It's destroyed that race. So, at the moment, that's probably to the end of the race. Yeah, absolutely. As Megan's going to take another sip out of her Coke bottle that she's got. It's not just a little Coke bottle either. It's quite a large Coke bottle that she's drinking as well. And she's drinking it out of the sight of the cameras. I don't know why, because I can just easily sip mine. With this wonderful cold bottle that we'll be using later on. Oh, and by the way, here's a little incentive, by the way, to join us for the Indy 500. At the end of the race, me and Megan will be drinking some milk. We'll have a little carton of milk each.
And I personally am the champion at drinking milk since...
Hang on, are we racing? I thought we were just going to have a nice little drink.
Well, you won't be racing, though I can finish,
I'm not
that much milk in very, very short amount of time.
Yes, I know. I remember one time. Here's a little story for you. When Megan was a baby, and I mean literally she was a baby, I was feeding her a bottle. I just got given it a nice warm hot bottle full of milk, popped it in her mouth, and literally it just went, and out it went. In about 15 seconds, she drank the whole thing.
It's my favourite drink.
And then let out one big burp.
It's my favourite drink, and still to this day.
You were about 3 months old then, I reckon, because it was the red tin. So
and my love of milk has still continued.
Yeah, rivaling Lando Norris here as well. By the way, good luck to...
Oh, please, he has to rival me.
Good luck to Natalie Pinkham, Tom Gaymore and Lando Norris, who on Sky Sports F1 in the UK will be providing commentary for the Indy 500. Of course, if you don't have Sky Sports F1, you can join us for all of the coverage and commentary for radio streams along. And hopefully, I'm really hoping that we can get that Discord working where we can have the pictures on with our commentary as well. And then here on YouTube, we'll do the watch-alongs as well, because that really is, I think, the best of both worlds. So we're going to get that feature sorted for you, hopefully, in the coming weeks and coming months as well, as Sylvain Guin and Tony, those who joined the BT team this weekend, is out there in the paddock just watching along. Megan? Oh, the safety car was deployed, says Synthel as well, but that'll probably be till the end of the race. They cleared it quite quickly. So that's great news. So they'll get out there and get going. ASAP, sooner rather than later, which I always think is great news. But yeah, just coming up to the end of this one. Podium going about to happen as well. Reminder, no champagne, national anthems and minimal celebrations as well. But I think a great race today in the memory of Jason Pasquiere as well. And I've got his stats actually right here alongside me in the commentary box. I was looking at them in the Moto 3 race this morning. Here he is, look. Rider 50, born on the 7th of September 2001, 19 years old, from Burch in Switzerland, 20 Moto 3 races. His best ever result was 7th. His best grid was 9th. He started at Qatar 2020 and was also thinking that's when I started commentating on Moto 3 last year in Qatar as well. I remember commentating at the time. I could never get his name right for a couple of weeks. And then I heard Gavin say it. I was going for it. And where was he in the championship? He was 10th in the championship on 27 points. He scored points in every race of the year so far. So a young rider with a great future ahead of him, tragically lost, and I know I will miss him personally out there on the circuit because I thought he was a great rider. I was always enjoying when he was out there on commentary laps as well. So the Swiss flag being brought onto the podium by Fabio Quartararo as Giovanni Capelli, the FIM president and FIM board member, presents the trophy for the constructors, or the teams in this case, to Monster Energy Yamaha as well. And Cecil says they'll do one more sprint lap. You should look it up. It's real quick. I can't get on quite quick, so I'll have to rewind it on YouTube. So I'll watch it back, so don't worry about that. But a bit of a lump in the throat as well, because it's the end now of a very difficult day as well. And I think people will leave Mugello and want to forget about it, to be fair. Yeah. But always remember Jason, as Miguel Oliveira takes his second place. And Mia already presented with third place trophy. There's a little bit of confusion out there as well, as here's the man who got in quite controversial yesterday with tweeting medical information about him, the president of Tuscany. But Fabio Quartararo takes it, and now we will hear the national anthem for Fabio Quartararo of France. And of course, we have to talk over it. Sadly.
Yeah, I think it's a nice tribute, Quartararo bringing the Swiss flag onto the podium.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you there. That's a brilliant tribute as well. And of course, I think that's what we're going to see a lot of the riders doing, especially next time out in the Moto 3 category, because the Moto 3 race this morning, with the knowledge that he was in a critical condition, but he was in a safe place and stable. Then, of course, Moto 2, we found out just for the start of the race, he sadly passed away, but Moto 2 riders, even at the end of the race, in firmly on the podium, they were not told of the condition and this tragic passing. And of course, MotoGP, the first race day where everybody knows, and that's why it's a lot of emotions out there on the podium right now. And
you can tell in their faces that they're all just thinking about it.
You can tell Fabio Quartararo as well, very emotional, not because he's won today, but because of this tragic pass of Jason as well. So there's the national anthem. No champagne. A respectful moment on the podium as well. They'll do a photograph and then they'll get it all together as well. In fact, I don't think they're doing the photograph as well. But what a very tragic weekend as well across the Moto 3 category, Moto 2, MotoGP as well. It's never been a lucky one as well. It's never been a great lover of anything, is it? This track as well. It's always provided some other drama, but this weekend as well, certainly one to forget. Friday was fantastic. We thought, we're going to have a race in all three categories. It's going to be brilliant. Yeah. Saturday morning, we thought, that's brilliant. It's getting close. We know it's going through. Qualifying one from Moto 3. That horrible accident right at the end of the session. From there, the weekend just took it downhill. This morning in warm-up, everyone was like, very unsure about what to talk about, very unsure where they're going to go with it all, what was happening. Start of the Moto 3 was exactly the same. The Moto 2, it all hit home quite hard. So we'll go off air now, and a very sad weekend here for MotoGP and motorsport as a whole. We've lost a great rider and certainly an up-and-coming star, just 19 years old. Jason Pasquiere sadly passed away this morning, but we've delivered 3 great races in his honour, especially in his own class in Moto 3. That was a fantastic race. Rest in peace, Jason. We'll see you next weekend in full MotoGP at the Catalan Grand Prix, but we'll be back later for the IndyCar as well. But our thoughts and prayers are with Jason's friends, family and team. Thanks for your company today. Bye for now.